This is Water Valley Blue Devil Classic Football. This game features the Water Valley Blue Devils and the Lafayette Commodores. The game was played on September 10th, 2004 at Oxford. The final score was Water Valley 21, Lafayette 41. And now here's Doug Carter and Lane Hart.
All right, here we are now just before kickoff. Ready to get this one about underway. Co-captains meeting at midfield for the coin toss out there with the officials. And we'll know momentarily who's going to get the ball first on offense and who's going to get it on defense. And it looks as though the Commodores won the toss and declined till the second half. So the Blue Devils will start out with the ball on offense. As a general rule, if the Blue Devils win the toss, they usually do the same thing and defer. But the Blue Devils will start it off on offense tonight, so we'll see if the Blue Devil offense can pick up where they left off last week when they started out against the Lafayette Commodores. Beautiful evening for football. Clear skies, slight breeze.
This kind of kicks off a weekend of football. Ole Miss and Alabama's on TV tomorrow. Mississippi State and Auburn's on TV tomorrow. A whole lot of SEC teams are on TV tomorrow. And then you got the NFL season was kicked off last night, and so if you're a football fan, this weekend is your kind of weekend.
Definitely lots of gridiron action going on this weekend. Is like you say, the college season begins to get in full swing. Matter of fact, I think they're playing a big college game tonight.
Florida State, Miami, right.
Florida State, Miami down in...
which I think they bumped up due to the threat of yet another hurricane. I tell you, it's
Ivan is probably sitting right on top of Jamaica right about now.
And that's one thing, we're out here and we're doing things that we're doing. We're getting to watch a great football game, and yet there's poor people in Florida who have been devastated by 2 hurricanes and looking at the possibility of a third all within a month. So, we're pretty lucky, and you have to kind of feel for the people of Florida right now.
Count your blessings. Both teams are now on the field. Commodores out with their kickoff unit. Let's see. Commodores in their red jerseys with the, I don't know what exactly color you'd call those numbers. It looks like cream, but those are actually yellow pants.
I'm going to go with gold. Simply because when I played against them, they were gold. They were red and gold.
Well, a lighter colored gold possibly, but we'll agree with your assessment of that.
You kind of have to be careful here now, Doug. If you notice Lafayette, they kind of are in a huddle. And a lot of times they like to break out of that huddle and run toward the ball and maybe kind of fake an onside kick. You just never know when they're actually going to do an onside kick.
Number 24, Taylor Maddox, set to kick it off for the Commodores. Back deep to receive for the Blue Devils. Number 3, Pierre Allen. And number 14, Brandon Hawkins, along with number 6, Gerardo Roberson. Penalty marker on the play. Delay of the game against the Commodores.
Doug, for whatever reason, and the only whistle I heard was the one we just heard, but they claimed that the referee had already blown him to come on and kick, and he didn't do it.
So they'll back it up 5 yards.
And right next to us are some of the Lafayette coaches on the headsets, and one of the coaches were radioing down on the field, tell him to go, tell him to go. They've already blown it in, tell him to go. But evidently he didn't hear it.
So now they'll kick off from the 35-yard line. Maddox set to go.
Now he has blown it in.
And a low spinning kick. Justin Mitchell. And that's the safest thing to do is Gerardo just falls on it there at about the 21.5.
Well, one rule of thumb is if you're an up receiver on the kickoff receiving team and you have to step back to receive it, you don't catch it. You let it go to the next line of receivers. And I think if Justin had to do it all over again, Justin Mitchell, I think he probably would have let that go.
1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 22-yard line as we get things underway here between the Blue Devils and the Commodores. William Turner comes out at center for the Blue Devils. The Harris brothers on one side of the line and Josh Sims and Stephen Hill on the other. Straight ahead to Shannon Crow. Crow breaks into the secondary and he rumbles up to about the 38, make it the 39-yard line. Nice pickup on first down there by Shannon Crow.
Lafayette's defense now, they'll run kind of what I used to call kind of a 50 look, a 5-3 look, 5-3, 5 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and they'll adjust, they'll variate depending on different kind of stunts they're going to want to do. And I assure you, defensive coordinator Jimmy Murphy, he is going to stunt. That's one of the things he's real good at is timing the stunts and stunting at the right time.
Once again, straight ahead to Crow. Crow lunges, brings it across the 44, almost to the 45. Pickup of about 6 on the play. They mark it at the 45. Nice pickup once again by Shannon.
That's just what Water Valley needed to do. They've kind of come out here and they've kind of gotten a little field position now. They got second down now and 5 from about their own 45-yard line. So if they can get the field position working in that order, working in their favor, then that'll be a big advantage.
This time they go with Brandon Hawkins at the fullback position. Send Pierre Allen in motion. Penalty markers on the play.
I think Water Valley's going to be in motion, Doug, a little quick. That's something that we've done a couple of times in the couple of games that I've seen. Is every once in a while we get a guy that jumps too quick, and you have to wonder, is Antonio varying his cadence count a little bit? As an offensive lineman, you get used to hearing the same cadence count every time. And if for whatever reason the quarterback has to get his breath or he changes his tone or changes his timing and his cadence call,
catches a frog in his throat or whatever.
It throws the whole thing out of kilter, and I'm just wondering if Antonio's cadence may have changed there a little bit.
So after the penalty, now it's second down and about 9. Ball resting on the 40-yard line. Pitch it back to Brandon Hawkins on a sweep around the left end. Hawkins maintains his feet and takes it back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Pretty much gains the penalty yardage back.
We're to bring up a third down now at about 4.
Hawkins on the carry. Stop by Phillips.
Just underway here in Oxford, Mississippi. The Lafayette Commodores and the Water Valley Blue Devils. Third down and 4 from the 45 for the Blue Devils. Once again, they give it to Crow. Crow picks up a couple about to the 47, and that's going to leave it short about 2 yards.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a good long 2 yards. Again, Doug, I think you need to, and this is just me, but I think you need to punt this away a little bit. You've kind of gotten the field position in your favor, but you're not quite over your opponent's 50-yard line, so I think here you got to punt it away. It's really 4th down and more like 3.
Yeah, it's actually closer to 3 than it is 2. Jeffrey Vance in now and back in punt formation. Jeffrey will kick from about his 35, make it be the 36. Penalty marker on the play as they had a direct snap to Shannon Crow.
Flag on the play.
Running the fake.
Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils.
I don't think they had enough people up on the line of scrimmage.
So, back up the 5, and we'll try it again. This time you'll more than likely see the punt, as it's now 4th and about 7. Snap is back. Vance gets it away. Ball going to hit it about the 30 and roll. It's going to take a Blue Devil roll, picked up at about the 15 by number Wood, Justin Woodall. Woodall takes it up and he is grabbed out of bounds by number 5, Antonio Hoskins.
Hoskins on the tackle.
Well, I think it was number 14 for Water Valley, Hawkins. He had a golden opportunity to pretty much make the play right there when he caught it, but he slipped and lost his footing. Turned out to be a pretty good little return for Lafayette, though, because they were looking at 1st and 10 about their own 12, 13-yard line. Now they're out here at their own 31-yard line. 1st
and 10 for the Commodores from their own 31-yard line. Number 2, T.T. Buford in at quarterback. Tommy Killen at fullback. Buford hands it off there to number 5. It's Eric Nix. And Nix is rolled out of bounds over there by number 9, Albert Horton. At about the 40, they're going to spot him at the 40. Pickup of about 9.
Doug, if you remember last week when Shannon went to their running game, they had tremendous success over here to the Blue Devil. I guess it would be to, well, in this case, it'd be to Lafayette's left side. Shannon had that same kind of success, and that's exactly where Lafayette attacked.
Handed off to number 22 there. That's Dacus Miller. Miller takes it out over the 45 to about the 48. First down yardage for the Commodores.
Well, so far, the first 2 plays I've seen from Lafayette are just pretty simple running plays. Of course, and you look and you people at home will say, well, golly, that looks a lot like the offense that Water Valley runs. And they are. They're very similar. But the offensive line is pretty much taking care, or at least on the first 2 plays, taking care of the Water Valley defensive line.
Penalty marker.
Flag on the play.
Sideline warning on the Blue Devils. They deliver it to both sidelines.
And this particular officiating crew has been around a long time, and the little things, the small things, they will flag you.
1st and 10 now from the 48. Buford hands it off to the first man through. That's Killen, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
That's a good job there. Stuff that little trap or that little dive play right up the middle. And now, you, excuse me. Now you can kind of look maybe to the tackle.
2nd and as that was Crow and Hoskins on the tackle. Buford back to pass. Was intended for Woodall, and he way overthrew him. Led him a little too much. 3rd down now and 10.
He's fortunate that ball wasn't picked off. Water Valley, I think, pretty much had that covered. Now, this is what you want if you're Water Valley. Now you force Lafayette into a 3rd and long situation. Now, one thing that Lafayette has always done well through the years is run screen passes, screen plays. They're really good at that. So you always have to be alert of the screen.
Receivers left and right, 2 wings, single fullback. Buford rolls to his left, looking downfield, has the receiver open, and he overthrows him at about the 37.
He actually had number 22 for Lafayette, Dacus Miller. He was wide open. The guy covering Dacus Miller, they made their contact, and the defender for Water Valley in this case fell down, and he was late in getting up and recovering, and he actually had him open at about the 20-yard line.
4th down and 10 now for the Commodores, and the Commodores are dropped back in punt formation.
Water Valley showing punt block. It looks like everybody's coming after it, at least what it looks like.
Brandon Hawkins picks it up at about the 23.
Doug, that's twice he has slipped. He slipped on the punt that we punted to him, and then he slipped again. I think they really need to look at his shoes and try to get maybe some kind of taller spike, because that's twice he slipped, and he is a running back. So the worst thing you want to see is him slipping in the backfield.
That was Jordan Bruce on the punt. 1st and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 22-yard line. 7:25 to go in the first period of play. 0-0 you score. Both teams have had the ball and couldn't get anything going. Number 74 for the Commodores jumps offside. That's Dedrick Lewis. So it'll be 1st and 5.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down, 1st and 5.
First and 5 now for the Blue Devils. Crow at fullback. Allen and Hawkins. Hawkins in motion. Johnson on the carry. Maintains his feet. Gets away. Gets to the outside. He's going to be close to first down yardage.
That was all Hawkins because the design was to fake the dive, quarterback keep around this side toward us, but Lafayette did a great job of defending it, and number 40 for Lafayette actually had a chance to make the tackle, but Antonio was able to spin out of it. Then he reversed his field because the pursuit was over here. He wound up had some running room over there. And it looks like to me it's first down.
It's going to be first down. That is the signal that they give.
I don't know why it takes so long for them to debate.
Ball resting now on about the 33-yard line where they spot it. Now first down for the Blue Devils. Nice run there by Tony. Johnson back to pass. Had a receiver down open, and it is picked off there by Justin Woodall. And Woodall is tackled at about the 46-yard line, and they knew that one was coming. Double coverage on Jason Langdon.
Just a poor decision there by Antonio. He threw that into a herd of Lafayette defenders. They were double covered, and something tipped that play off because, like I said, the Lafayette coaches are right here next to us, and as soon as Antonio or they sent a guy in motion, they knew you could hear him. It was pass all the way, and they had it cut. And Lafayette had it covered like a blanket.
Buford back to pass. He's one down the field, intended there for number 4, Chris Austin, incomplete.
And I don't think that's a bad play call there by Lafayette. You know, they're trying to get their running game going, but you got to throw the ball a little bit. You got to keep the defensive backs honest. You can't let them keep inching up and inching up and inching up. So you got to throw one deep every once in a while. I think Water Valley needs to kind of do the same thing. You got to keep those defensive backs past conscience.
2nd and 10 now for the Commodores. Slot receiver to the left. Buford hands it off to the back. That's number 14, I believe, Wesley Steams. Excuse me, that was 44. Jamie Phillips. Picked up about 4 on the play. Call it 3rd and 6. Ball resting at the 41-yard line of the Blue Devils. Buford fakes it. Quick pass out to Woodall. They close in on him, and he is going to be stopped short, I believe, of the first down.
That's pretty good defense there on the quick screen there. I like the way Water Valley pursued to the ball there. That was a good job. He's going to be a little bit short now. I think Lafayette's going to go for it here, and if you're Water Valley on defense now, you got to key the football. You got to watch the hard count. Watch them trying to draw you off sides here.
Timeout for the water break. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back after this. 5:56 to go in the first period of play. 0-0 is your score. The Lafayette Commodores have the ball, 4th down and a long yard, almost 2 from the Blue Devil 38. Commodores look as though they're going to go for it, but as Lane said before the break, watch the hard count. Buford hands it off, gives it to number 44. That's Phillips. Phillips down the sideline, and he's finally knocked out of bounds down at about the 7-yard line, 6-yard line, make it, by Shannon Crow.
Well, it's like I said before, so far, the Lafayette offensive line is pretty much controlling the situation. On a 4th and short like that, you got to try to get some kind of penetration into the backfield. If anything, just try to slow him down or disrupt it, and it's just not happening right now.
Handed off to, that's number 6, and he sweeps into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Monte Clayton for the Lafayette Commodores. And the Commodores will go for the extra point. Number 24, Taylor Maddox. And the Commodores get on the board first.
Taylor Maddox for the extra point.
Out of the hold of number 34. Kick is good, and that makes the score of the 7, the Blue Devils 0. All right, we're back now, set to kick off for the Commodores. Number 24, Taylor Maddox. He gets a foot into it, drives it down deep. Gerardo Roberson catches it on about the 2, brings it back up, cuts it up the field, and he takes it up about the 22, maybe the 23.
He hadn't ran into his own player. He could have picked up a little bit more. That's a good return, though, because he caught it on about the 2, but he didn't start going forward till about right at the goal line.
First and 10 now for the Blue Devils.
All right, Water Valley needs to figure out some way to answer now. Lafayette's kind of gained the momentum a little bit here, and they need to kind of figure out a way to answer and get the momentum back, or at least get it back over towards your side a little bit.
Give it to Pierre Allen over the left side. Pierre looking for some running room, and the official got it his way.
Well, there's nothing you can do about that. The officials
they're
just
part of the field.
Yep. And
he
matter
just
of fact,
happened to be in the way.
I had a coach one time who said if he got in the way, run over him. That'll get him out of the way. So good run there by Pierre. That's something I like to see him doing is getting that ball and getting it upfield, getting his shoulder square, running downhill. I don't think he did that good of a job of that last week.
First and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 38-yard line. Give it to Crow. Crow off the right side, takes it up across the 40 to the 43, picks up about 5.
Crow on the carry. Stopped by Killen and Lee. Ball at the 43-yard line.
Second down now, about 5. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-0 in favor of the Commodores. Allen over the right side, takes it up close to first down yardage.
Now on the carry.
That's close. That is real close.
Going to be about a half a yard, almost a full yard short.
Well, the ball's at the 47, and the stick over there is not quite to the 48.
Not quite a yard, but almost. Third and about a yard, we'll call it. Send Allen in motion to give it straight ahead to Crow, and Crow should have enough for the first down.
That should be enough.
Crow the ball carrier.
Crow straight ahead, takes the ball up to about the 48.5. First and 10 Blue Devils.
Ball at the 49-yard line.
And that's what Water Valley needs to do. They just, especially after the scoring drive from Lafayette, they just need to keep their poise, keep their composure, put together some first downs, and see if we can't punch one in here. 3:06 and counting to go in the first quarter. No reason in the world why you should hit the panic button yet.
First and 10 Blue Devils. They send Hawkins in motion to give it straight ahead to Crow. Crow looking for some running room, and they finally blow it dead.
Crow on the carry. Lee on the stop.
Little or no gain on the play. They call it second and 10.
you know, and one thing in playing against Coach Murphy, and I coached against him, and I just seen him in so many games. I think he's one of the best in the business at making adjustments, not necessarily at halftime, but kind of making adjustments on the fly. He just has that knack of seeing things on the field and being able to make what I call an adjustment on the fly, and evidently that's what Lafayette did on that play. They did a good job of stuffing that play.
Allen in motion. They pitch it back to Pierre. Pierre picks his way through the left side.
Allen on the carry.
Takes it down across the 50, down to almost the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 now for the Blue Devils in Commodore territory.
Now you might consider 4-down territory here, maybe. Now that you're over the 50.
Depending on how much you pick up here.
Exactly. Yeah, it depends on how this play goes here.
Hawkins in motion. They pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for some running room. They give him forward progress down to about the almost the 43. Going to be short.
Well, I'm sorry, I disagree with that spot. His forward motion. Anyway, can't do nothing about it. But so it's just, you know, decision time here. I mean, do you go for it? Do you try to draw them off sides, or do you punt it and play field position?
4th down and a little over 1, almost 2.
4th and 2.
They need to get inside the 42-yard line.
If indeed they do go for it and they don't convert, this could be another one of those key momentum swings here, Doug.
Give it to Allen. Allen over the left side. Allen breaks it in.
Gone. Forget it.
It's over with, people. He is gone to the house. 6 points on the board for the Blue Devils. Pierre Allen. That's all you got to give him is a crack, and he's gone.
And if he's running up and down, if he's running north and south, to me, I think he's more effective, and he can get his speed. He can get up to speed quicker if he's going north and south, and not sideline to sideline.
Stephen Tucker on now for the extra point attempt out of the hold of Antonio Johnson.
Stephen Tucker for the extra point.
Kick is down. Kick is good. And that ties it up. New ball game, 7-7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. All right, 27 seconds remaining in the first period of play. 7-7 is your score as the Blue Devils just got on the board with a nice touchdown run there by Pierre Allen from about the 44-yard line. 44-yard run. As Pierre got through the line, and once he got into the secondary, he was quickly past the last defender, and it was just a race for the goal line then. Jason Langdon now kicking off the Blue Devils, number 2. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
Now the question is, I guess you can, if you're Lafayette, you have the option of taking the ball on the 35, or you can back them up and have them re-kick it. Which, to me, the smart thing to do is take the football.
And that's what the Commodores are going to do. They're going to take the football. 1st and 10 at the 30, at their own 35. That's been a problem we've had all year. We just don't have anybody to kick it deep.
I didn't get, like I said, I was gone the first game, but I know the second game against Shannon, you know, you just don't need to do that. You're giving these guys a lot of extra yardage, you know, free yards, at least, you know, try to make them earn it. And I know Jason's not intending to do that. I think he wants to do better, but
trips over his own man, and he's held up until the cavalry gets there.
Miller on the carry.
Loss on the play of about a yard.
Tell you what, he is athletic, isn't he? That Miller, he is something.
Shannon Crow held him up, and he's number 22, Miller.
He's hurdling people, and wow. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter of play with your score, the Commodores 7, the Blue Devils 7. We'll be back with the second period. T.T. Buford at quarterback. Number 5 goes in motion. That's Eric Nix. They give it to him, and he is cut down by number 2, Jason Langdon. Nice play there by Jason.
Yeah, I thought there for a minute, I thought Jason almost let himself kind of get sucked up inside in that trash, but he was able to kind of fight through it and get to the outside. On those sweeps, all you want to try to do is you just want to try to string it out. And so like you said, Doug, till the cavalry can get there. Keep it going sideline, sideline, sideline until you can get some help there.
Third down now and about 8 for the Commodores from their own 36-yard line. Slot receivers to the right and left. Buford back to pass. Heaves it downfield. Has a receiver open, but he can't hold on. And there's a...
Oh, that is bogus. If that's on Water Valley, that is a poor call.
Buford's pass incomplete.
I don't understand that one. I'll put it to you that way. Looked like good coverage to me, but then I'm not the official. Oh my Lord, that's even worse. They called it offensively on Lafayette. Excuse me for laughing, but that's hilarious, folks.
Offensive pass interference is the call.
Oh no, wait a minute. Well, that on that particular penalty, that's a loss of down. And the ball goes all the way back to the 21-yard line. Unless they saw something over there and they were closer than we were, I failed to know what it was.
Well, first of all, I think it was a good play on both players. Gerardo was with him step for step. They were both going for the ball. But I thought if you accepted the penalty, I didn't think you lost the down.
That's fourth down.
Something changed.
They get the punt off. And fair catch signal for by Brandon Hawkins at the Blue Devil 48-yard line. I don't rightly understand that one, but
really, really confused here. Unless there's a rule change that I don't know about. Now, I don't know.
Ball at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 now for the Blue Devils from midfield. Well, almost midfield. Called it the 49-yard line after they respot it. 11:04 to go in the first half. 7-7 is your score.
Doug, just to clarify things, that was a mistake on the officiating crew right there. There's no way you should get penalized and lose the down on a pass interference call. Now, I guess Water Valley could have declined the penalty and would have brought up fourth down, but you're not supposed to lose the down. That was a mistake there by the officials.
Second down now, second down and 8 as Brandon Hawkins picks up a couple of yards.
Ball at the 48-yard line, second and 8.
Crow still in at fullback. Allen comes in motion. They give Allen the ball. Allen looking to cut it upfield. Cuts it up behind the blocker, and he is stopped cold at about the 45. Picks up maybe 3. Call it third and about 4.
Now, y'all going to think I'm crazy, but that was a situation where I thought if Pierre had kept coming, he could have picked up a few more yards. I'm not saying he would have busted one off, but as you saw, he kept trying to find that crease. He kept dipping forward, which is fine. That's good. I like to see him do that. But if he just kept working it, he could have picked up a couple more yards. Maybe not a lot, but he could have picked up a couple.
Johnson on a design bootleg play to the right. And Antonio,
that's just speed right there.
He just beats him to the corner and steps out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, 36 to 37-yard line. First down, Blue Devils.
That was just pure speed.
Didn't look like that thigh was hurting him too much there.
Yeah.
First and 10, Blue Devils.
Ball at the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. Seven is your score. Blue Devils with the ball. Hawkins in motion. Johnson, and he's tackled after the Lafayette Commodores get some penetration there.
And see, that's what penetration does for your defense, Doug. You might not necessarily make the play every time, but it just throws the whole timing of the play out. You see, Antonio had to take time to try to dodge that guy. He actually has to go back a couple more yards to try to dodge him, and it turns out to be about a 4-yard loss.
Second down now at about 14. Reverse to Allen. Allen looking for some running room, cuts it up. Oh, stopped at the 35.
That's a pretty good gain, though, for Pierre, because that thing could have been stopped for a loss again. Jason Langdon didn't stay with his block long enough, or didn't block him long enough, but thanks to Pierre and good hard running, he was able at least to get it back to the original line of scrimmage, plus pick up a couple.
Third down now and about 8 from the 35. James Johnson goes out wide to the right. Send Hawkins in motion. Johnson rolls to his right, looking downfield. Has a receiver open. That's Pierre Allen at about the 22-yard line. He catches it, and it's a first down. Nice play.
Good throw. He threw that into a little bit of traffic, but you saw he threw it high where Pierre could go up and get it. He didn't throw it low where anybody could tip it.
First and 10 now for the Blue Devils from the Commodore 24-yard line. Well, the 20, just inside the 24. Hawkins in motion. Johnson back to pass. Looking for Pierre Allen, and oh my goodness, that one was almost intercepted, but he was out of bounds when he caught it.
He caught it, but he just caught it out of bounds.
Johnson's pass incomplete.
Second down and 10 now.
That was good defense and good coverage there by Lafayette. They did a real good job of not taking that play fake. The defensive back stayed at home and they played pass first. That's one thing you're taught as a defensive back is you got to play pass first. And it was a good job there by Lafayette secondary.
Second and 10 now from the 23. Or make it to 24. Allen in motion. Straight ahead. Crow down inside the 20 to about the 18. Third and about 4.
Now, once again, Doug, I think you're definitely in 4-down territory.
18-yard line.
Third and 4. To give it to Hawkins. Hawkins takes it down to about the 15. Should be close to first down yardage.
Well, I still think his footing is not good. I still think he's not getting any good traction, I guess you'd say. I'm seeing a lot of slipping on his part.
It's going to be short. They're going to mark it. I see now about a yard short. Fourth and about a yard. Ball rested on the 15-yard line. Big play here for the Blue Devils.
How did they not jump offside? You can't go back.
Timeout, Water Valley.
I thought they jumped offside. Now,
I did too.
High school's not like college. You can't go across and go back. Once you cross the neutral zone, you're offside.
Blue Devils call for timeout. We'll be back after this.
Can't allow penetration, Doug.
Johnson takes the ball and is able to step forward. Now, was he able to step forward and lunge forward enough is the question. This will depend on the spot of the ball. And if they're spotting it where the line judge is standing, it's going to be awful close.
I don't believe he got it.
That's going to be real close.
I think it's a little short.
I'm afraid you're right.
Well, for one thing, I think Antonio, what he needed to do in that case is he was too tall. He needed to kind of get a little leverage, but I think he's going to wind up being just a shy short.
Oh, well, you got it.
Stand corrected.
Color us blind. First
I bet
down.
it wasn't by much. I bet it was by the nose.
1st and 10 Blue Devils now from the 13-yard line.
I knew it was quarterback sneak, but I lost Antonio into the pile. Once he got into the pile, I never saw him.
He picked up a yard on that initial step, but I didn't know if he was able to lean forward any further. Hawkins. That time they give it to Allen, and on the trap play, little or no gain.
Allen on the carry. Stopped by Nix.
And if you're Water Valley, you don't want to get in a hurry. I mean, here it is. We're ticking down now to 5:45 to go in the first half. You're in no hurry at all.
Sunday stroll in the park.
Yeah, just take care of the ball, and if worse comes to worse, try to get it into field goal range and see if you can't come out here with 3 points.
2nd and 9 now. Johnson pitches to Hawkins, catches it. Hawkins catches it on the corner, and he takes it down inside the 10 to about the 7.
Got a Lafayette player down, it looks like.
Got a Commodore player down on the field as they call play to halt. We'll take a break here and be right back. Third down and 4 for the Blue Devils. Ball resting on the 7.
They need to pick up a good chunk of that 4 right here, Doug, because you don't want to have 3rd or 4th and 4 because you figure you're going to try to go for it.
Pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins straight up the middle and scores. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He just hit that hole and popped through it like a grape seed.
Just put his head down and said, look, I'm going to get what I can get. Very, very impressive drive by Water Valley, Doug. Now here in the second quarter, Lafayette had the ball, 3 or 4 plays, and that's it. Water Valley's had it since. Now it's 5:13 to go in the half.
Tucker on for the extra point attempt now out of Johnson's hold. And Tucker delivers. That makes the score of the Blue Devils 14, the Commodores 7 with 5:13 to go in the half. We'll be back with a kickoff after this. Jason Langdon set to kick it off. Blue Devils leading 14-7. And he stepped out of bounds.
And see, there's the thing. He stepped out of bounds at about the 26-7 yard line. If he lets that go, he gets it at the 35. There again. Now,
looks like
not trying to downplay that or not trying to sound negative. One of the thing about it is they're not setting up a return, and they're not able to return one back on you.
Official timeout for a water break. All right, we're back now, and the Commodores try it straight up the middle. Shannon Crow greets the running back there dead in the hole, and he gains nothing.
Actually, according to the down marker, he lost a little bit. Now, here's a situation, Doug. 4:47 and counting. Water Valley's got 2 timeouts left. If you can force a quick punt here, you may have time to maybe try to punch another score somehow or another.
Buford back to pass. Heaves one downfield, intended for number 23, and it's just out of his reach. Raymond Hawkins with the coverage there.
And he was with him step for step, but one thing I'd like to see Raymond do is get that head around, turn the head around, find the ball. He had the Lafayette receiver, I think it was number 5, Nix, had about a step on it. I'd just like to see Raymond get that head turned around and maybe try to find the ball.
3rd down and 11 now. And here's the situation you were just speaking about, Lane. 4:31 and a 3rd down.
And
you
the
hold
clock
here.
Don't start till the snap because of the incomplete pass.
Buford back, little shovel pass there, intended for number 25, Blake Daniels.
Poor tackling, Doug. They had him stopped for a minimal gain, but just had some missed tackles in there.
Daniels takes it up across the 40 to about the 44, and that's a Commodore first down. And
Ball at the 44-yard line.
Buford gives it to Nix. Nix around the left end. Held up and finally driven out of bounds over there by number 9, Albert Horton.
There's no support over there. I think number 5, Hoskins, he's got to be there to help on that play, and he kind of got hit rather hard.
2nd and 3.
Second down now and a long 3, closer to 4.
It becomes real difficult to make a tackle when you're on the ground.
Dacus Miller, number 22. Tackled by number 9, Albert Horton. Albert better be careful. He may wind up with a penalty. He kind of upended Mr. Miller as he got
A
up.
little frustrated. I think there's a lot of things going on down in that field with the mouth that we're not aware of. A lot of jawing back and forth. And I think Water Valley may be letting get to him a little bit. You're right. He's got to keep his composure. Calm down.
1st and 10, Commodores from the Blue Devil 43.5-yard line, 3:23 to go. Straight ahead to Killen. He's into the secondary inside the 35 to about
I don't know
32.
what Lafayette's done, but they have made a huge adjustment, Doug, and they're biting off yards in chunks now. I mean, they're biting 7-8 yards off now on a handoff, and that's got to be a major concern for Water Valley's coaching staff right there.
1st and 10 now for the Commodores from the 32.
And pretty much taking this ball and pretty much marched it right down the field.
Buford pitches it back to Miller. Miller looking for some running room, and he gets tackled at about the 31, almost the 30. Picks up maybe 2.
I'll tell you, Water Valley's doing a real good job of coming up and taking on the block. They're taking on the blocks great, but now once you take them on, but you got to get off of them. You got to get off those blocks so you can make the tackle.
.224 and counting. 2nd down now and about 8 for the Commodores from the 30.
And it's plenty of time for Lafayette, and plus they've got all 3 of their timeouts left.
Buford back to pass. He keeps it. Oh, they should have. And he breaks it to the outside, and Buford is gone. Touchdown, Commodores. Pure athletic ability on T.T. Buford's part. They should have had him in the backfield.
Hey, poor containment. That's 2 weeks in a row, Doug, where a quarterback has dropped back to pass, and he's scrambled, and he's gone pretty much untouched. You just cannot let that happen. That's a breakdown in the defense, and you can't let that happen.
Maddox on for the extra point attempt.
Taylor Maddox for the extra point.
Snap is back. Kick is down. The kick is up.
Kick is good.
And the kick is good. That makes the score the Commodores 14, the Blue Devils 14. 2:04 to go in the half. We'll be back from kickoff right after this. All right, we're back. As I say, 2:04 to go. Commodores set to kick it off here. Tied it up now. It's a new ball game, 14-14. On the 32-yard run it was there by T.T. Buford. Pierre Allen back deep to receive for the for the Blue Devils, excuse me. Low line drive directly to Allen. Picks it up, looking for some running room. And he's tackled up at about the 29-yard line.
Now, here's something you got to be aware of. Lafayette still has all 3 timeouts left. Minute 57 to go in the half, so you can't exactly just get conservative and just try to run this out. Because if you get too conservative, Lafayette's going to burn their timeout out, and they're going to force you to punt it out of your own territory. So, you got to keep coming with it, and don't get too conservative right here. If I was Coach Hammond, and if I could end this half at 14-14, it's 0-0. It's a 2-quarter football game then.
Straight ahead and nowhere to go. That was Shannon Crow.
But you can clearly hear now who's got the momentum. This bunch has been pretty much quiet, especially after Water Valley tied it up. It's been pretty much quiet. And but now you can see who's got the momentum.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now for the Blue Devils from their own 29.
Now, and one thing that they have here at Lafayette that you don't see a lot of places, they do have play clocks, visible play clocks on each end of the field. So if I was Antonio, I'd watch that play clock, and I wouldn't snap it till about 2 or 3 seconds.
Johnson with the ball, tucks it, and is flags on the play.
Flag on the play. Holding on the offense.
Holding called on the Blue Devils. It's going to back them up some more.
Now the question of Lafayette is that really wasn't a gain on the play. If you decline this, it's 3rd and 10. But I think that's a smart move on Lafayette's play, because if you took the penalty, you give them another down, that allows you to run more time off the clock. So what they've basically done is they're trying to force a 4th down here.
3rd and 12 now for the Blue Devils from the 28-yard line. Allen in motion. They pitch it back to Allen. Allen looking for some running room straight up the middle.
I think that was Hawkins.
Oh, well.
Now, here they go. They're going to call the timeout, and you can be rest assured they're going to force the punt, and they're going to come after this punt.
Timeout, Commodores. We'll take a break and be right back.
Valley Tool Incorporated of Water Valley. Proud supporters of Water Valley Athletics are owned and operated by Casey Washington since 1997. Valley Tool makers of jigs, fixtures, gauges, specialized tooling, production machining, precision grinding, and injected mold repair. Valley Tool Incorporated, located in the Industrial Park just off of Highway 32 West and now on Railroad Street in Water Valley. You're watching Water Valley Blue Devil football.
4th down now, 4th down and about 7. Jeffrey Vance back in punt formation. He'll kick from about just past his 20. Gets the kick away. Nice driving kick. Caught it about the 38-yard line. Justin Woodall. Woodall with some room to run. Woodall gets to the sideline. One man to beat, and he's knocked out of bounds. James Johnson knocked him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Doug, I told you during the break that this was a crucial play in the ball game.
Ball started at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Lafayette.
1st and goal for the Commodores from the Blue Devil 4-yard line with 31 seconds left to go. Defense really got to step up to the plate here. Receivers right and left. Nix goes in motion. They give it to Nix. Nix sweeping out wide. Still on his feet. And he's in. Yeah, he's in. He gets in. They had a hat on him.
They had 2 hats on him in the backfield. Missed tackles.
Just couldn't wrap him up.
That's a good point, Doug. They tried to knock him down. But you can't knock these guys down. You got to hit them and lock them up. Fundamentals. This game is taking a huge swing within a 15-second time span.
Maddox on now for the extra point attempt. Try to put the Commodores up 21-14.
Isn't it always ironic that in big games how special teams come into play, and that a lot of times when you have a breakdown in special teams, the opponent always capitalizes.
Kick is up, and it's good, and that makes the score the Lafayette Commodores 21, the Water Valley Blue Devils 14. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. (21-14) in favor of the Commodores. Maddox set to kick it off to the Blue Devils. 24 seconds left. And a lot of what they do will depend on what kind of run back they get.
Alan Robertson and Hawkins back to receive for Water Valley. Maddox to kick off for Lafayette.
I don't know that if I'm Lafayette, I kick it deep.
That's a good point. I think I just try to squib it down there and just get the half over with.
They elect to go deep. Caught down there by Brandon Hawkins at about the 10. Hawkins looking for running room, and there is none. He's tackled up at about the 21, 22-yard line. 18 seconds to go.
And, if you're Water Valley, I don't think you try to do anything fancy here. I think you take the knee and get out of here.
First and 10, Water Valley.
It's no doubt, and the people can hear them. It's no doubt where the momentum is in this football game, and what makes it even more stinging or more stunning is how quick it happens. Lafayette ties the game, and in just a matter of seconds, in less than a minute, bam, they're right back in the lead. And so Water Valley, they kind of been punched a little bit and knocked off balance a little bit, so they just need to get to the house.
And the Blue Devils just go straight ahead to Crow. That will probably be the last play of the half right there. As time is ticking down now. Pretty much looks like that is going to be the last play of the half. And at halftime, your score, the Lafayette Commodores 21, the Water Valley Blue Devils 14. Commodores lead this one 21-14, going up just right there before halftime on a short 4-yard run after a nice punt return by Justin Woodall. As that let the Commodores take the 7-point lead, and of course now the Commodores, having won the toss and deferred to the second half, will get the ball first here on offense in the second half. And as important as we were talking about during the halftime break, the Blue Devil defense really needs to come out and kind of squash Lafayette's hopes here of a sustained drive right here.
Well, and one other reason too, Doug, is of course the crowd really got back in it. The momentum really got back on Lafayette's side. So, if anything, you need to try to come out here and get a stop, and at least start out trying to keep the crowd out of it here to start the second half. But I agree with you. I think it's really important that the Devil defense come out here and get a stop. Because if they happen to take this thing and drive it down and score, it puts you down 2 touchdowns and a couple extra points. And then, of course, they'll have the momentum going their way.
3 dangerous backs back to receive the kick. Dacus Miller, Justin Woodall, and Eric Nix.
We did get a score during that halftime break, Doug. It was a late second quarter score right before half, I believe. Senatobia was leading Oxford 21-3.
Kind of a surprise there.
Especially with Oxford coming off that win at Tupelo.
Jason Langdon, and they bobble the ball around there. Dacus Miller picks it up, gets to the outside, and Jason Langdon knocks him out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, and the Commodores started off with pretty good field position.
First and 10, Lafayette.
Seeing quite a few missed tackles on the special teams, Doug. See a lot of our a lot of Blue Devil defenders trying to go down to the legs of these Lafayette running backs, and you can't do that because these running backs and return men for Lafayette are so physically strong that they can run through a lot of those.
First and 10 now for the Commodores. Just underway in the second half. Buford rolls to his left, looking downfield. Tucks it. Penalty flag. And Buford has a strong, he's knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. But this is probably going to come back, I think. It's either going to be a hold or a clip, one or the other.
I tell you, the coaches for Water Valley, Coach Hammond and those guys, they really, and like it is coming back. It's a holding call against Lafayette, but that's got to be a lot of concern. Good job in coverage as far as the secondary goes. Had them pretty much covered, but you still let that quarterback get loose, and he's scrambling for 30 and 40-yard gains, and you just can't afford to let that happen against a good team like Lafayette.
And they mark it off, of course, in this on the holding penalty. It's marked off from the spot of the foul. So the ball goes all the way back to the 31-yard line, where it will be first and 25. In effect, a 15-yard penalty because the hold occurred 5 yards behind the line. Buford takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Quick screen pass out to Woodall. And he's tackled up at about the 39-yard line. Picked up about, close to 10 yards. Call it 9. Second down now and about 20.
Ball at the 38-yard line.
Well, second about 16. Handed off to Nix, and he is tripped up. Justin Mitchell got his ankles, and they closed him off before he could get any further, stopping him at about the 40. Little or no gain on the play, maybe a yard. Third down and about 15.
Well, if you're Water Valley, here's what you want. You got them third and long, and once again, you've got to be wary, and you've got to contain the quarterback for Lafayette. You can't let him get loose. But this is the ideal situation if you're Water Valley. You got them third and long here. You need to get a stop, force a punting situation.
Slot receivers to the left. Buford rolling to his right, looking downfield, rolling, throws. Had Nix momentarily in and out of his hands. Brandon Hawkins on the coverage.
Fourth down.
Fourth down now, and about 16 to go, and that's going to bring on the punter, number 43, Jordan Bruce. One back to receive, and that's Brandon Hawkins. Look for the Devils to come after it. Nice punt, fair caught at the 29-yard line.
Water Valley will have possession, first and 10.
So the Devil defense does what they needed to do. They stopped the Commodores and forced them to punt. Now let's see if the offense can respond.
And the way they need to do that is you know, we talked about it before the kickoff, before the start of the game, of what Coach Hammond says is we got to do what we do well. We got to do what we do, and the running game is what they do. And no sense in abandoning your game plan here. Just need to pick up 2 or 3 first downs here, move the chains a little bit, get a little momentum going.
Let's see.
Throw on the carry.
That was Allen on the carry. Gain maybe a yard. Call it 2nd and 9.
And you can be assured that Coach Murphy and his defensive guys made some adjustments at halftime. Like I said, he's one of the best at doing that. So Water Valley's kind of have to recognize those adjustments, and they kind of have to adjust to the adjustments.
2nd and 9 now. Pitch it to Hawkins. Dropped him back for a loss all the way back to about the 24-yard line. Well, no, actually they're going to give him a little bit more forward progress than that. They're actually going to drop it back to the original line. Call it 3rd and 10.
Ball at the 29-yard line. 3rd and 10.
Third down and 10. Send Hawkins in motion. Ball gets out. Oh, and it's picked off by Justin Woodall, and Woodall's going to go. He's knocked out of bounds by Shannon Crow down at about the, let's see, at about the 16-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
It's going against Lafayette, though, but I think it happened after the turnover. I think it may have been maybe a block in the back on the return. So it Lafayette should maintain possession of the ball.
And that one just kind of was, unfortunately, he telegraphed that pass, I think, because Woodall read it and then just closed on it with a quickness.
On the return.
Legal block in the back on the return is the call, so that'll back the Commodores up to the 26-yard line of the Blue Devils, where they'll have it 1st and 10. And boy, the Devils are behind the 8 ball here. They give it to Nix. Nix looking for running room. Takes it down to about the 22. Gains about 3 on the play. Call it 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 22-yard line. 2nd and 6.
.7:44 to go in the 3rd period. 21-14 Commodores. Buford back to pass, rolls to his left. Going to run it. And he just uses his speed to get to the outside and gain the 1st down. 1st and 10 Commodores, it's 14.
Ball at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 Lafayette.
Straight up the middle there to number 44. That's Jamie Phillips. Phillips takes it down inside the 5. That's probably going to be enough for a Commodore 1st down. And it is a 1st down. 1st and goal from the 3 for the Commodores.
Ball at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal Lafayette.
Give it to Nix. And they say he got in. Touchdown, Eric Nix for the Commodores.
Well, Doug, you know, right there, I think on that whole little series right there, Lafayette's offensive line just did an outstanding job of controlling the line of scrimmage. Water Valley was unable to get any penetration into the backfield. And of course, when you got those big, strong running backs like Lafayette's got, they don't need much.
Maddox on for the extra point attempt. Penalty markers.
Flag on the play. prior to the snap, offside on the defense.
Offside on the Blue Devils.
The penalty is declined.
Set again for the snap. And he still drills it. The kick is good, and that makes the score the Commodores 28, the Blue Devils 14. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. (28-14) Commodores. Allen, Roberson, and Hawkins back deep to receive, waiting for Maddox.
Allen, Roberson, and Hawkins back.
And now you got a pumped up bunch of Commodores out there on the field. Maddox comes forward, drives it deep. Roberson catches it in the end zone, and it goes as a touchback because he was in the end zone when he caught it.
Yeah, that's another one of those differences in between high school and college. In college, you got the option to run it out, but in high school, if it's in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. So that rule's there for safety purposes.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Blue Devils.
Now, Doug, the last thing that Water Valley needs here is a 3 and out or a turnover, because like you said, Lafayette's got the momentum. It's heavily in their favor, so you got to kind of have to kind of take control of the momentum, if anything, and just try to figure out a way to get the ball in the end zone. If you can somehow finish this third quarter down by 7, you're still in the ball game.
Johnson looking for some running room, steps up through and takes it up to about the 25, pick up a 5 on the play.
Johnson on the carry.
Antonio Johnson making a little something out of nothing there. But as you say, the Lafayette defense is playing right up on the line.
Well, they're going for the knockout punch. You know, they know that this game's almost pretty much almost in their control, so they're going for the knockout punch.
Hawkins off the right side picks up enough for the first down. Up at about the 32.
Hawkins on the carry. Clayton and Brown on the tackle. Ball at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10, Water Valley.
First and 10 now, Blue Devils from the 32. Johnson, no. Who has the ball? Straight up through the middle. Shannon Crow on the carry. Takes it up to about the 41. Almost a first down, picked up about 9. Official timeout on the field for the water break, and we'll take a break here and we'll be right back. Second down and about a yard to go for the Blue Devils now from the 41.
Ball at the 42-yard line.
Intended for Langdon. Incomplete.
That's a good call, though, Doug. I like that call. 2nd and short. Tried to fool them with a little play action. Antonio, and they did a good job of the play fake. But on the other hand, Lafayette secondary didn't bite the fake. And that was a good call, though. 2nd and short. Try to take one down deep downfield here. Brings up 3rd and short.
3rd down now and a yard. Give it to Crow off the right side. They drive him back, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They mark the ball at the 45, and that's enough for a Blue Devil first down.
Ball at the 45-yard line.
5:21 to go in the third period, 28-14 in favor of the Commodores. Blue Devils trying to get within 7 here before the fourth quarter. Hawkins in motion. They pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for some running room over the right side. Still on his feet.
It's a good job by Water Valley offensively, Doug. They're not panicking. They're keeping their composure. And they're going back to what Coach Hammond said in the article in the Oxford Eagle. They're doing what they know to do.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Ball resting at midfield. Pitch it back to Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Gets through the middle, still on his feet.
Allen on the carry.
Another first down.
First and 10.
Ball just inside the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Water Valley.
.356 and counting. Pierre Allen, penalty marker on the play. Came in from the side judge on the near side over there.
Evans with the tackle. Flag on the play.
Holding against the offense. And that happened right there at the very end of the play, I think.
That's a pretty big penalty too, Doug. That was another good 6-7 yard gain there by Water Valley's offense. But once again, the holding comes from the spot of the foul, so it backs them up a pretty good chunk.
First down now and 17 from the 47. Johnson rolls, gets it off, complete to number 3, and Allen slips down at the 45 of the Commodores, gets back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Pierre caught the ball, and when he went to make his cut, couldn't keep his feet.
But that was a good gain, though, Doug. Gained a good chunk of yardage, almost got it back to the original line of scrimmage. So you're looking at 2nd down, 10, maybe 11.
Hawkins off the right side, twisting and turning his way inside the 40.
Hawkins, the ball carrier.
Picked up about 5 to almost 6 yards on that play. Caught it 3rd down and about 5. Straight up through the middle is Shannon Crow, rumbling down inside the 30 to the 29.
Stop by Clayton.
Tough, hard running there from Shannon Crow.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line.
Water Valley's got a real good drive going, Doug. They,
First and 10,
I can't express enough. The thing I like about this drive is how they've kept their composure. They hadn't panicked. They're staying with it.
Hawkins in motion. Johnson pitches to Hawkins on the corner again. And Hawkins is stopped over there at about the 27-yard line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and 7.
Ball at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Devils up to the line once again. Pitch it back to Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Takes it down to about the 25.
Allen on the carry.
They had him by the shirt tail.
Well, 41 seconds and counting in the third quarter, Doug. I think you're looking at 4-down territory now, especially since you're fairly deep into the Lafayette territory. Once again, this 3rd down play is crucial because you want to get a good chunk of it here. That way, you maybe put yourself in a fourth and short position. But you'd like to convert here though.
3rd and 5. Straight ahead to Crow. Crow running hard down in there.
Crow on the carry.
Takes it down to almost the 22.
Probably going to be the last play of the third quarter.
It's going to make it about a 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 3, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter of play with your score, the Lafayette Commodores 28, the Water Valley Blue Devils 14. We'll be back for the 4th quarter right after this. Beginning of the 4th quarter of play, 28-14, your score in favor of the Lafayette Commodores. Ball resting on the approximately the 22-yard line. The Blue Devils have to get just inside the 20 for the first down. Yard marker is not on the 20, it's just inside the 20. Pitch it back to Hawkins.
No.
Hawkins nothing, but on second effort, he may have enough.
That's great hard running there by Hawkins. What an effort. The Lafayette's defense did a super job of stuffing that play right at the point of impact, but good hard running there by Hawkins, and I think they're going to measure.
It's going to be close. They're going to bring him in and measure. First down, Blue Devils.
1st and 10, Water Valley.
Brandon leaned forward just enough.
It's just hard effort. You got to tip your hat to Lafayette's defense. They did a super job of stuffing the play, had him stopped dead cold, and Hawkins just kept running.
He was able to bounce it back off the corner and spin around and lunge forward enough to gain the first down. 1st and 10 now, just inside the 20. Blue Devils trailing 28-14. Pierre Allen, they pitch it to Pierre. Oh, look out. Pierre takes it down, gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's enough for the first down, I believe. That is the signal. 1st and goal from the 9, Blue Devils. And Crow comes off hobbling. That's not a good sign.
Ball at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Water Valley.
Not sure what exactly is wrong, but Crow wobbled to the sideline and fell out on the ground. It may be a cramp.
It looks like a cramp, Doug. From what I can see over here, it looks like they're stretching him out a little bit. I think it's just a cramp.
They give it to Pierre Allen. Pierre Allen looking for running room inside. All right, they take it down to about the 5, so it's going to be second and goal from the 5.
Ball on the 6-yard line. Second and goal.
Okay, Doug. I see Shannon. He's up. He's still
back up on his
gimpy.
feet.
I think it's just a cramp. They're just trying to get some water in him.
Brandon Hawkins, touchdown, Blue Devils.
Great drive there by Water Valley, Doug. Super drive. They kept their poise, kept their composure, stayed with what they wanted to do, didn't panic, and they was able to punch it in. Now this extra point's big right here.
Tucker has been right through the uprights both times previously tonight.
Steven Tucker for the extra point.
Snapback is good. The kick is up. And it's good. And that makes the score of the Lafayette Commodores 28, the Water Valley Blue Devils 21. And we'll be back for kickoff right after this. And it's touched. That's a live ball down there at about the 14. Woodall picks it up looking for the sideline. He goes to try to cut it back up and gets tackled at about the 34. Still a pretty good return considering where they picked the ball up at. First and 10 Commodores from their own 34.
Lafayette will have possession first and 10.
Shannon Crow back in the ball game on defense at his linebacker position, so they work the cramp out. Receivers left and right. They send Miller in motion. Give it to Nix on the reverse. Albert Horton rides him out of bounds, but there was some holding going on over here on this sideline, folks. I don't know who that was, but they had a hold of Gerardo Roberson. They were holding on for dear life.
Ball spun at the 46-yard line.
First down for the Commodores. Ball in Blue Devil territory at the 46. Buford hands it to Miller. Held up and finally dragged out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Tell you what, little old Gerardo was holding on for dear life, but he did what you had to do. He was the last line of defense, and he just grabbed the hold and held on until he got help there. Once again, the Lafayette offensive line is really doing a super job of opening up the holes. They're pretty much controlling the line of scrimmage right now. Got to try to figure out some way to get some penetration.
First and 10 now for the Commodores from the Blue Devil 27. Miller,
wow,
on the sweep. He may score. He's gonna score. Flag thrown right at the ball, right at the goal line.
That wasn't nothing flagrant.
Flag on the play.
That wasn't anything flagrant.
Well, that's going to go against Lafayette, unsportsmanlike conduct.
He had people chasing.
But if you're Water Valley, that's not what you wanted to see. One thing, it's one thing to score or to allow a score, but Lafayette made that look pretty easy, and you'd like to, put up a little bit more resistance than they did.
That just goes to show you what one crew will call and what another one will. Shannon did the same thing against us last week when Cortez Cole scored on that run, and they didn't call it on him.
Yep. You know, each official has, I guess, their own interpretation.
No. Okay, timeout Lafayette. We'll take a break and be right back. Extra point attempt now after the penalty is assessed will be, in effect, a 35-yard extra point attempt.
Into a little bit of a breeze.
And it's blocked. Number 74 for the Blue Devils, Jace Hamilton, blocks the kick. And that leaves your score, the Commodores 34, the Blue Devils 21. Maddox set to kick it off. Gets a strong foot into it. Hey, he got it at about the goal line, picked it up, runs over his own man, and is finally tackled at about the 16-yard line, where the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10.
Well, you know, once again, you got to answer. You got to answer the score to keep you in this thing.
Water Valley will have possession 1st and 10.
The only thing now, the clock begins to become your enemy.
That's right. Well, you say it's just 9 minutes and 30. You know, it's 9 minutes 37 seconds. Still a lot of time left to go in the game. That's right. But when you run the ball, when you're as much as Water Valley does, that gnaws up the clock.
And you got to have 2 scores to tie. Well, now that missed extra point now becomes big.
Yeah, if you can get a score here. If you can get a score here.
Pierre Allen to the outside. Oh, goodness. Pierre had made it to the outside, but he had a couple of the head angle on him, but he gains a good chunk of yardage there up to about the 35.
I think I see a flag over there on the far sideline about where Pierre was tackled.
Let's see what the call is. It's against Water Valley because the Lafayette players are pointing at them, holding.
Well, the good thing is it happened right at the end of the play, so it'll be a 10-yard mark off, and Water Valley still may keep the first down. You just hate to give up that kind of yardage because that was a good solid play.
They mark it off now. Ball rests at the.
I think it's going to be 1st
24. It's going to be 1st down and about 3 or 4. Johnson on the option, rolls, and he is tackled. That's an excellent play there by big number 53 for Lafayette, Marquino Lee. And the Blue Devils are going in the wrong direction. They're going in reverse. 2nd down now and about 8 from the 19.
19-yard line.
Fumble on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Well, your field position now, Doug's pretty much going to dictate that, you know, if you don't convert here, you're going to have to punt it away. You can't go for it on 4th down this deep in your own territory.
Penalty marker.
Flag on the play.
Okay, that must be, you must get 1.5.
Sideline warning against Lafayette.
Well, at least now we're even. One against Water Valley in the first half, one against Lafayette in the second half. So everybody knows now to back up.
Wasn't able to come back for the ball.
Ball kind of nosedive on Antonio. It's a good job there by the receiver from Water Valley. He saw his quarterback in trouble. He did what he was supposed to do. You're supposed to come back to the quarterback. Antonio threw it just a little bit low, kind of nosedived on him.
7:42 to go, and the Blue Devils are forced to punt. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. And that's where the Commodores will take over.
Yeah, it's about a 20-yard punt. Came off the side of Jeremy's foot a little bit. Kind of shanked it a little bit. Now the defense has really got to stand up right here big time. You cannot afford to give up another score right here with 7.5 to go in the game. Another score here might put it out of reach.
Buford breaks it loose again before he's finally knocked out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Ball at the 17-yard line. First and 10, Lafayette.
Straight up the middle there to number 44. It's Phillips, and he scores. Touchdown, Commodores.
Untouched.
For the extra point.
Maddox on for the extra point attempt now to try to go to, and the kick is up.
The kick is good.
41-21 is the score now in favor of the Commodores. We'll take a break and we'll be back with kickoff right after this. .7:21 to go in the contest. 41-21 Commodores. Maddox set to kick it off.
Maddox to kick off for Lafayette.
And now pretty much the Blue Devils are forced into a passing situation. Gerardo Roberson gets it at about the 20. Had a wall set up, cuts it up inside. Takes it up to about the 27-yard line where the Blue Devils will take over first and 10.
Hutchinson on the tackle. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils now. Straight up through the middle, it's Crow running hard. Takes it up to about the 33. Pick up of about 5.
Ball at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Pitch it back to Allen. Allen takes it up through the middle to about the 36-yard line.
Allen on the carry. Brownlee on the tackle.
3rd down and short, 3rd and about a yard.
37-yard line, 3rd and 1.
Official timeout for the water break. 6 minutes to go, and it's 41-21 here. 3rd and short for the Blue Devils. Ball resting on their own 37-yard line. There's the whistle. They're about ready to get this one underway. Straight ahead.
Johnson on the carry.
Antonio Johnson on the quarterback sneak. Depending on where they're spotting the ball, it's 1st down at just shy of the 40-yard line.
Ball just inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Water Valley.
Penalty marker comes in late.
Allen on the carry.
Probably going to be a holding
Phillips
penalty.
on the tackle. Ball Clayton. Flag on the play.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Commodores.
On the defense.
And they'll mark that one off. That'll move the ball into Commodore territory. All the way down to the Commodore 40.
Ball started at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Water Valley.
Allen goes in motion to give it to Crow. Crow off the right side.
Crow on the carry. Stopped by Lee.
Takes it down inside the 40 to about the 36.
Ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Hawkins takes it down to about the 31.
Hawkins on the carry. Ball at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2 now for the Blue Devils.
Senatobia 21, Oxford 3.
Straight ahead to Crow. Crow struggling forward for yardage. Gets down inside the 30.
I think he got the 1st down.
I believe so. They're marking it inside the 30 to 28.
Ball at the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Water Valley.
First and 10, Blue Devils. Pitch it back to Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Takes it down to about the 25. 2nd down and about 7.
Allen on the carry. Brown and Lewis on the tackle. Ball at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 7.
Got the ball, Crow. Yeah. Shannon with the ball down inside the 20. Close to another 1st down yardage.
Crow on the carry. Stop by Evans.
1st down. And the Blue Devils just keep on marching.
10, Water Valley. Ball at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, I know a lot of the fans are probably asking, like, man, you're down 20 points. Why are you just steadily running the ball? Well, you know, Water Valley's offense is not designed to be an aerial assault. So, you know, it would kind of take them out of their element to try to just all of a sudden start airing it out. So they're just staying with what they know to do and what they know can be successful.
Hawkins still on his feet. Gets it down to about the 15.
Hawkins on the carry. Clayton and Lee on the tackle.
And I mean, you know, they're just trying to finish this thing up with something positive, something they can kind of hang their hat on to take with them in the next week to get ready for Hamilton.
Allen with the ball.
Allen on the carry. Stopped by Phillips and Lee.
Under 2 minutes to go now. 3rd down and about 8.
That's a great play there by Lafayette's defensive player number 4, Chris Austin. He ran that play down from the backside. The play went away from him, and he came around the opposite end and actually ran Antonio down from the backside.
Little gains down inside the 15 to the 14, which will make it 4th and 6.
4th and 6.
And now you may see a situation here where you may have to try to air it out here.
Raymond Hawkins out wide to the right. Bringing it in motion. Johnson rolling. And he finally just throws it away to keep from taking the sack.
But he took a hard hit.
He took a pretty good lick.
Good job.
27 seconds.
Lafayette will take over on downs. 1st and 10.
Ball on the 15, excuse me, make it the 14-yard line. Well, the Commodores will take over now. 1st and 10 after the Blue Devils turn it over on down. And Buford just takes a knee. 19 and counting. Probably won't have to snap it again. It's possible that they may.
I think they're just going to let it roll.
And it looks like it's going to roll down. 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the ball game. And your final score is the Lafayette Commodores 41, the Water Valley Blue Devils 21.